Well, don't be scared, my friend used to say. Be very scared. Well, just a little bit of rubble and digging going on.
Welcome to Casa Stefano. This is my story of buying a house in Italy, sight unseen, during the pandemic, and the adventure of renovating the house and exploring the Salento in southern Puglia. Welcome back to Casa Stefano. The next clip you're about to see was filmed last year, and at the time I thought I'd probably keep the existing floor, even though I wasn't really fond of it. Now that I've lived with it for a while, the floor isn't just out of square, it's ugly. Ultimately, the fate of the floor was determined by something else, so keep watching to see what happened to the floor. And wanted to give you an idea of just how out of square these buildings are, and it's really evident here in the bedroom. Let me show you. So you can look at the tile along the wall, and you can see that it just goes all out of whack when you look at it along the edges. However, it's a neutral tile. I'm not fond of it. I could go to great lengths to maybe rip it up or just tile over it. And one thing about this style is that I think it disguises how out of square everything is. And that would be the problem if you put a rectangular tile down, let alone a square tile. It's going to become really obvious how out of square everything is. And the reason it's out of square is because, hello, that was the first one they put down. Because you can see it's nicely squared up and perpendicular with that line. They probably did this at an earlier time, and you can see clearly how out of square that is. So we have to go, if we look around, that back wall is out of square. But it looks like that one tile seems to line up just right. And that's probably where they started. And simply knowing that no matter where they started, they were going to be out of square eventually. So that caused, all the tiles in this room to just go all out of whack. Obviously, two different lots, probably two different times when they put this tile down. This is more of it may not show up. This is more of a beige, and this has more of a pink tone to it. There's also a little trip hazard, little toe kick here. It's only about a centimeter tall, maybe a little more. And I think if there's one thing I would do is I would maybe cut the width of this wall here out at the bottom and see if I can grind some of that out and put a threshold in that evens it out, and at least, there'll still be like a transition down, but the slope probably wouldn't be as noticeable. That's the kind of, in bare feet, that's the kind of thing that hits the ball of your foot and makes you cry for a minute. So this is the only room that really has square tile. Obviously, if I was to redo everything, you would just do it each room separately and then put in thresholds that would transition from one room to the next. No way it would flow. Anyway. You may remember in all those bathroom videos where I talked about putting a toilet in the little bathroom next to the bedroom. Just having a shower in there didn't really make sense. It needed a toilet to make it a functional bathroom. The problem was figuring out where the existing sewer line was and if I'd have to put a new waste line in so I could connect a toilet in that small bathroom to where the existing toilet is now. However, putting in a new waste line would mean digging up the floor in what will be the kitchen, the area between the two bathrooms. Well, I pulled up the existing toilet and figured out where the sewer line was and where it wasn't. So the small shower room probably only had a small drain pipe for the shower and the sink. This meant that in order to have a sewer put in, I'd have to run the sewer line across the floor, and that would mean tearing up the floor. Since it was a situation where if you're going to fix one thing, you may as well fix everything, I did just that. So, with the help of Salento with Love, of course, Davide brought some people in and went to work fixing the plumbing.
Stephen, just waiting for Mino to turn up. I'll turn the camera around in a second, I'll show you. So just to discuss, because tomorrow they want to come and they want to get on and finish all the plumbing. So there's been some serious smashing. So as you can see, the found pipe work that is running through here, which is the small one, together with the cast iron, which I'm going to get them to change. So this is where they're going to run the soil stack. Some serious digging is going on. This is here where they've smashed everything up, as you can see. So they don't really need access from outside. They can actually do it from here. But that's that one down there. So anyway, I'm waiting for him. I'm going to explain to him all the things that need to be done tomorrow. And I'm going to get him to connect that rain thing there, probably just take these off, chase the wall as well, and embed it into the wall. Anyway, I'll talk to them and see what I'm going to do with this. See what's the best solution, get rid of this here. It's too many bends, and plus it's external.
So now there's all new plumbing in the house. And at this point, all the floors will have to be completely redone, the bathrooms, the bedroom, the entire house. But I'll cover all the plumbing work that was done and how that affects some of the plans for the house in another video. Right now, let's get back to talking about the tile. I knew I was going to need new tile for the renovation of the bathrooms, but with all the additional plumbing work, I ended up needing to retile the whole house. With that in mind, I went to the tile store and picked out new tile. More on the tile store later, though. Starting with the bathrooms, the ensuite next to the bedroom is really small. Both bathrooms are really small for that matter. They would definitely need to have some small fixtures. I wanted something contemporary in tones of gray with the modern fixtures, white toilets, and basins. I also like a contrasting darker floor in a charcoal gray. That tile there is a large format, 60 by 60 centimeters. The walls for the two bathrooms are slightly different tiles. The larger bathroom will have a wide 28 by 85 centimeter tile for the walls, all in one style/color, while the small ensuite will have several slightly different tiles in shades and patterns of gray in a 30 by 60 centimeter format. I only needed really small quantities for that bathroom, so I got a deal at the tile store on some end runs. For the rest of the house, I went with a large format 60 by 60 contemporary tile in a neutral tone. It's called Mediterraneo Beige. I think with the white walls, it will allow the art and furnishings of the home to kind of set the mood for the house. Compared to the old floor, I think it'll be a definite improvement. So where did I get the tile? Well, more on that in the next video when I visit the tile store. Thanks for watching. More to come.